It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Welcome to it. 6 minutes after the hour. 1-800-STEP-1-2. The phone number toll free from anywhere. Sexy Liberal John Fugelsang coming up at the bottom of the hour. Jackie Scheckner next hour and Bob Zesta.
We got a packed show today.
Hooray! Yeah, well, listen, it's an exciting week. Why?
Why?
Because we're off to Chicago, all of us, including Mookage, for the big Chicago theater show. Right. Saturday, April 26th, the Saturday Miller Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour is making its return to the Chicago Theater. So get your tickets now, folks, because these bitches be crazy. Like cray. Right. There's my lady Stephanie with her bronze ass, and Carlos Rocky, John Fugelsang, and Jim Ward, and boy toy Chris Lavoie. Don't stop what? Can't stop what? Oh my gosh, you might want to get that checked out. Yikes. Yeah. Mookage will be there. Go right to sexyliberal.com or sexyliberal on Facebook to get the proper ticket links. Don't go to the scammers, etc. No. Richard in Chicago is going to be there. Hi, Richard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Be there.
You are creepy.
The third time's a charm. I've seen you twice before live. And,
well, you've not seen it with Jim Ward and Chris Lavoie and Carlos Rocky, so you have not seen it, sir.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
Pardon me?
What? I'm sorry. Listen, we're all getting together again for the second annual Sexy Liberal Show dinner get-together.
Awesome.
As I am.
Awesome.
In the southeast corner of Illinois and state.
Okay.
And,
okay. Let me write that down.
Last year we had Kate and Tracy and Rocky and Mike.
Do you always sound this creepy?
Usually.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll see you there, honey. All right. We will. You know who else is going to be there? Dr. Dan.
Oh, yeah. And your old producer.
My 7-foot-tall former producer from, he said, nice WCKG flashback. Ever bought it?
It's a cookbook. Oh, no, it's not.
Now he is a famous orthopedic surgeon there that helps people's, even if they don't have insurance. He does surgeries and things.
Wow.
He's awesome dude. Awesome humanitarian. Sexy liberal. Jim just asked me if Max would like some of his yogurt, and I was like, I don't know. He won't. He won't like that. And I was
may not react well.
I was just reading, why does my doggy poop? I don't know why I thought he would not, he'd be too discerning for your yogurt. Just like an old Elaine Boozler bit about the marketing of how good dog treats taste. And she's like, I'll go ask my dog. He's in the backyard eating his own. But would you like the fun facts? Ooh, I hope you're eating breakfast. Why? Because one wonders why. He thinks it smells and tastes good. They have notoriously poor taste. They're like Donald Trump. He's hungry. He may be missing key nutrients in his diet. He likes to keep his territory or bedding clean. He has fun playing with it. He's bored. He knows removing evidence means no punishment for inappropriate elimination. He knows that fewer predators will give him grief if there's no physical evidence of him having been around. Okay.
Cats don't do that.
No. All right. Hey, speaking of inappropriate, we were saying it's hard to keep track this morning, what with Cliven Bundy's comments and Donald Trump's.
Negroes should be picking cotton.
Right, they were probably better under slavery.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, well, we'll go back to that later. If you're wondering how low the Kochs will go.
How low will you go?
The Koch brothers in the next election.
Can you go?
In this election cycle.
Can you go? How low? How low?
So you see that picture? Looks Mark Udall. Looks like he's looking at President Obama, disapprovingly.
Sure.
They're both very, dour. The picture up there, President Obama and Senator Mark Udall looking dismayed and upset, ostensibly about Obamacare.
Of course. Right, obviously.
That's a screenshot from an ad from the Koch brothers, Americans for Prosperity.
They weren't standing together at all. They're spliced.
Actually, it's Americans for Prosperity for Us.
Right.
Meaning the Koch brothers.
Right.
Here's where they took that picture from. It's from the July 2012 appearance that Obama made with Udall, Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper, and other state officials at a hospital treating victims of the Aurora movie theater shooting. So that's why they were looking
Yeah, there was a reason for that.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with Obamacare.
It was not over Obamacare.
Nimrod.
Okay. So, by the by, I was saying we will talk to Jackie about this next hour as well, but this is very good news. And why? Because people are listening to me.
Yep.
All right, maybe Bill Clinton, some other people. The president. Meet the Kentucky Democrat running on, not from Obamacare.
Aha!
It's been consensus wisdom among Red America's chattering class that ambitious Democratic polls should distance themselves far, far away from the unpopular president's health and from blah, 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 blah. This in the Daily Beast. But while Obamacare remains out of favor here in the Commonwealth, we got to talk to Jackie about these polls. I mean, it really is incredible. It's like, do you like Obamacare? No.
No.
Do you like what's happening in Kentucky? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Kentucky Net or whatever. It's awesome. 49% of Kentuckians in a February poll call for its repeal. The state's implementation of the law has proved an unqualified success since its induction. Governor Steve Beshear, who's the Democratic governor, his Kentucky Net, is that what it's called? Program has secured health coverage for more than 400,000 Kentuckians. Elizabeth Jensen, we have this, right?
Yeah.
She's the presumptive favorite to take on Lexington Congressman Andy Barr this November. Emerged last week as the first federal candidate in the region and one of the few in the entire country to broadcast a campaign championing health care reform and attacking her opponent for voting more than a dozen times to repeal it. In a 60-second radio commercial, here it is.
I'm Elizabeth Jensen. I often say Kentucky moms like me get more done before noon than Congress gets done in a week. So when I learned Congressman Andy Barr voted 19 times to repeal health care reform, I was disappointed. Thanks to Governor Beshear, Kentucky Connect provides health care to Kentuckians who had no insurance. But Barr, along with Mitch McConnell, voted to end Connect and let insurance companies drop coverage, deny care, and charge women more. Andy Barr voted 19 times to cancel insurance policies of 400,000 Kentuckians while taking contributions from the insurance industry. And Barr just voted for a reckless budget that would end Medicare as we know it, forcing Kentucky seniors to pay thousands of dollars more. Andy Barr's fighting for the insurance companies. I'm running for Congress to fight for Kentucky families. That's the difference. I'm Elizabeth Jensen, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message. Paid for by Elizabeth Jensen for Congress.
Rock on, sister. That's nicely
awesome.
done.
That
nicely
was
done,
really,
ma'am.
really effective.
Yeah. Daily Beast saying Jensen's ad may be the first shot in a revitalized battle to seize back the political initiative to use the healthcare rhetorical weaponry against the very Republicans who have so far wielded it to their advantage. Exactly what's been happening with marriage equality, right?
Yeah.
It's to Jensen, the decision to be bold was much more personal. She's the mother of a 10-year-old boy diagnosed with autism. She said the stress on a family dealing with these kinds of health issues is overwhelming, and she believes it's high time for Democrats to stand strong as champions for the affordable health care, whatever the political impact. After listening to so many success stories across the district, I understand the importance of Kentucky. What am I saying that wrong? Kentucky Connect to other people's welfare, and I'm not afraid to lean into it. Go on, Sheryl Sandberg. She's leaning into that shizzle. Do it. Do it.
Lean in.
And if Elizabeth Jensen's moxie empowers a few more Democrats to shift from defense to offense on health care, the GOP would actually have to find an issue other than Obamacare to run on in 2014. Oh, eek. Oh, eek. What shall they do then, I wonder? Anyway, so yeah, and then also Allison Schwartz in Pennsylvania.
Our good buddy.
Our buddy, our pal.
Yeah.
Right, we have had her on. She's a congresswoman. She's in a Democratic primary for to run for governor. She's pretty far behind, actually. But yeah, with a month before the primary, she's airing an ad in Philly and Pittsburgh that touts her work passing Obamacare, features numerous photos as well as footage of her with the president.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God. Oh, eek. I mean, oh, eek. Yeah, we have had her on. She's awesome.
We've had her on multiple times.
I saw her all over the TV last night. All right, so lots to get to, including we'll talk to Jackie about all that there kind of stuff. 16 minutes after the hour, this hour of the Stephanie Miller Show brought to you by No Hair. It's, in fact, No Pro. It is new and improved, and I love it. When you see celebrities, do you often notice how smooth they seem?
Yeah, I do.
That hair-free skin.
Yeah.
We always wonder, how do they do it? They're not just like us. They use No Pro.
Well, then they are just like us.
Right. Now you can be just like a celebrity. Celebrities and models have been tossing those razors and expensive salon treatments, switching to No Pro for weeks and weeks of long-lasting results. I decided to give it a try. It is incredible. No more crying. That's what I meant. No more nicks. No more blades. You know, no more pain.
Right.
Whether it's your legs, arms, bikini-lined face, guys, you can do your chest and back. You will love it. No Pro, you're going to be thrilled. And it comes with a 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. Plus, when you purchase, No is giving you a $50 gift card to a dermatologist-recommended and award-winning skincare line, plus a free travel case. You have to go to NoNoStephanie.com to get these free gifts. That's NoNoStephanie.com. Do it now, NoNoStephanie.com. Check it out. 16 minutes after the hour, right back on the Stephanie Miller Show.
Call Stephanie.
It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Welcome to it. John Fugelsang coming up at the bottom of the hour, 21 minutes after the hour. Andy in Pennsylvania, you're on the Stephanie Miller Show. Hey, Andy.
Yeah, I got a couple of things I'd like to talk about. First of all, on that gun law in Georgia. Now, I'm the kind of person that prefers not to carry a gun, okay, especially in a public place. If I were to go to a mall and I knew half the people there had guns, okay, this law is like stepping on my right not to carry a gun, because if half the people in the mall have guns, a certain percentage are going to be mentally unstable.
Right.
And I'm going to need a gun.
Yeah.
To go out in public.
Yeah, well, that's why this law is insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the second thing, is there an opening for the official look-alike finder of the Stephanie Miller Show?
The look-alike finder?
Who did you find?
Who did you find?
Well, years ago, there was this magazine, Mad Magazine, and there's this Alfred E. Newman guy on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, I saw Bobby Jindal looking directly into the camera, smiling. And I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Well, there was that George Bush. Alfred E. Newman mashup.
Yeah, I thought he looked more like... Yeah, exactly. All right. Oh, heavens. The RNC...
Instead of what me worry, his button said worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also. The RNC is still trying to unskew unfavorable polls. Remember that? Remember the... Everyone saying, no. Mitt Romney's doing real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Real good would do that, Anthony.
He's going to... I can watch that Dick Morris clip over and over.
We love TV night.
He's Dick Morris. What did he say? He had some ridiculous prediction, I think 1,000 electoral votes or something like that.
Romney's going to commit a landslide.
And then he fell on a sack of hammers.
Yep. He totally sounded like Schleppcar from the world of Sid and Marty Krofft.
So with the midterms on the way, the unskew movement, it's back. This time the poll in question, the New York Times Kaiser Family Foundation survey, which Jackie sent us, and we'll talk to her about, that shows Democrats doing well in 4 crucial Senate races. In the most remarkable finding, the poll gave Senator Mark Pryor, Democrat of Arkansas, who was believed to be the most vulnerable Senate Democrat this cycle, a 10-point lead. The RNC's response, desperate after losing Nate Silver, the New York Times published a poll taken from people they found outside the DSCC, who confidently predicted they'd keep the Senate. Okay, all right.
Whatever.
All right, you keep going with that same storyline then. Christine in Cleveland, you're on the Stephanie Miller Show. Hi, Christine.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And there's more.
Uh-oh.
But wait, there's more.
The everywhere gun laws from Georgia.
Yes.
There was a gentleman from the Patrolmen's Association in Georgia. I believe his name is Mr. Rodinato or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, and there's more. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
Really? You mean there's going to be even...
No, in the law it's written that you, even as a law enforcement officer, are not to ask anyone if they have a carry permit until after the gun is used in an incident.
Right.
Oh.
Really?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now
yeah,
a warning?
So I thought that was really...
Oh, well, as long as you have a permit.
Yeah.
Law enforcement organizations across Georgia were fighting this law tooth and nail.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Gee, why? That's so weird.
And it goes for the same as your pastor. Your pastor can't be screening people as they're coming. Do you have a gun permit? Do you have no, you can't even ask.
Yeah.
If there's an incident, like you said with the bar owner that said the guy gets, he's too drunk and he wants him to leave the bar.
Right.
And it's a stand your ground thing, like I ain't going anywhere, and boom.
Right.
So that was an excellent point about taverns and bars and places that we shouldn't be having any guns.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, who doesn't think using the body of Christ as a clay pigeon is a good idea? Just body of Christ. Pull. I'm just saying if you're startled by a communion wafer or whatever, just saying, you have to be armed. Okay. Wow. This country's done gone insane.
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen.
The world has gone insane. And you don't know what is right. Sorry.
We are really swirling the drain, aren't we? We're on a downward spiral.
Really.
Yeah. New records. IRS targeted progressive groups more extensively than the Tea Party. That's weird.
Darrell Issa lied about something?
Darrell Issa didn't mention that.
No. I think that makes him a liar as well as a car thief.
You think?
You're a lying sack of crap. You're a lying sack of crap. You're a lying, scheming, stinking, nasty sack of liquor.
Car stealing crap. I remember
Move away from the sack of crap.
You said I said allegedly. You're like, no, it's not alleged.
It's not alleged.
He's a car thief.
He's a car thief, yeah. That's how he made his millions, because he discovered an alarm that would... he knew
protect
all about...
cars from thieves like him.
Exactly. He knew how to thieve a car, and so I guess he knew how to build an alarm to keep people from thieving.
Right. That's nifty.
Yeah, but mostly what it did is go off during minor earthquakes.
Right.
Or if a truck drove by at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Thanks.
Step away from the car.
Which is still less annoying than him on real time.
See, that's what a gun would be good for.
There you go.
Shoot that car alarm.
Yeah.
Right. A series of IRS documents provided to Think Progress under a Freedom of Information Act appears to contradict claims by Representative Darrell Issa and his House Oversight Committee that only Tea Party organizations applying for tax-exempt status receive systematic scrutiny because of their political beliefs. The 22 Be on the Lookout keyword list distributed to staff reviewing applications between 2010 and 13, the years in question, included more explicit references to progressive groups, Acorn successors, and medical marijuana organizations than to Tea Party entities.
Did he not think that this would come out at some point?
I know. Has he issued an apology at this point?
Oh, God, no. He's radio silence.
No.
No, he just shut off everyone else's microphone.
He's been known to do that.
Yeah. I think this might be actually a real story. IRS gave bonuses to employees who owed back taxes.
Yeah. Where's my bonus?
Yeah.
That's a nifty way to pay your back taxes, I guess. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No. Oh, after you.
After you. Oh, no. You first. Thank you.
This came in handy right now. The IRS paid $2.8 million in bonuses to employees cited in the past year for such things as drug use, making violent threats, fraudulently claiming unemployment benefits, misusing government credit cards, and get this, failing to pay their taxes.
Oh, great.
Wow.
The report said more than 1,100 employees who failed to pay their taxes received discretionary rewards of more than $1 million in cash bonuses and more than 10,000 hours.
$1 million.
An extra paid vacation. At least 5 employees received performance awards after being disciplined for intentionally underreporting their tax liabilities for multiple years, paying taxes late, and underreporting income.
Wow. We should be working for the IRS.
Your dog went out the door.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Oh, my God. My dog has just grown an opposable thumb. Good boy.
He's a man in a dog suit.
He is a man in a dog suit.
Oh, my God.
You know how you guys used to mock me for how I talk to my dogs?
Yeah.
Now Jim's doing it. He can't help himself.
I will never do it.
He knows that he's a man in a dog suit. He's a handsome man in a dog suit.
Although I may have said to my cat, who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty?
Oh, well, that's entirely different. 29 minutes after the hour. Sexy liberal John Fugelsang next on the Stephanie Miller Show. Squee. Good morning, John Fugelsang.
Cliven Bundy is a racist. Aren't you shocked?
I am shocked, sir.
Oh, all those blacks, because all the blacks are on public assistance,
That's
and
right.
they were probably better off being slaves.
Right.
Congratulations, Hannity. You built this.
Yeah, wow. And I love that. I thought that was a little progress on race, John, when he had some thoughts on the Negro, and he didn't mean the president. He just meant in as a general.
Writ large.
Yes.
I was impressed he didn't say the Nigra, so I think he's come a long way.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's like, I supported him when he was a deadbeat who had his friends pull guns on federal agents and was stealing from the taxpayers for 20 years. Oh, but now he's a racist, so I guess I'm embarrassed. You know, it's pretty funny. This is a guy who doesn't recognize the U.S. federal government, but loves his First and Second Amendment rights, and seems to love our socialist highway system when he sends his cattle to slaughter. What a guy. Keep defending him, Fox.
I'm guessing
it's the house that Ailes built.
I'm guessing that Sean Hannity's going to blame Jon Stewart in some way, but
probably, you know, because he'll blame the politically correct liberals who don't allow a man to speak his mind. Actually, most likely Sean Hannity will probably drop it, and I predict Fox will just pretend this never happened, like they pretend Joe the Plumber never happened.
That's right.
Because they went from Joe the Plumber to Cliven the Moocher.
Live in the moocher.
Did you enjoy my drunken yet very sincere text last night about your spectacular performance?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mama is so proud when I see you on the TV machine. What was I going to say? Oh, and you can see that live on stage, by the way, Saturday, if you can handle it. I don't know if you saw the picture of the woman orgasming as she, ran her fingers through your hair in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, I did see that picture.
Yes.
Why is that happening? Why is that happening at our meet and greets? I don't understand.
Because you have a lot of luxurious hair. That's
right.
why.
I just got a couple inches off it, so the Moyle did a good job.
And
but I am very excited for the return to the Chicago Theater. I'm thrilled that Chris and Jim are going to be there. That's going to be a riot, and it's going to be great to be on stage with all you mooks, and to actually have the radio show live on stage is a real pleasure and a thrill. And quite honestly, I'm bringing Valtrex just to be safe.
Awesome. And Carlos Alzraki, the first time at Chicago Theater. It's going to be very, very exciting. So hurry, get those tickets, and go to the correct links. Don't get the what do you call it? Scalpered.
Right.
Scalpered.
Don't go to the scalper link. Go to Sexy Liberal on Facebook or Stephanie's page or my page on the Facebook or the Twitter, and accept no imitation scalp receipts.
There you go. And by the way, that's why I think God is clearly a liberal, John, because not only has he given us Cliven Bundy in the Chicago Theater Sexy Liberal Week, also Donald Trump critiquing the way the president walks. Right.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's great. It's just great to hear these examples of conservative and progressive Americans together standing up against all kinds of bigotry, especially since Cliven Bundy just made a nice little Christmas gift blow up in Sean Hannity's face. I'm sorry to be so hung up on this, but this is what we were talking about on Hardball last night. Hannity's a joke already. He's the one who taught us that Obama's an evil, genius, socialist mastermind and an incompetent who's in over his heads.
Right.
But there's a reason that Fox is number one with working-class people who think the millionaires need another tax cut and their grandkids could pay for it. And it's got nothing to do with journalism. It's because Sean Hannity's job is telling people who've been wrong about everything, from Bill Clinton's budget destroying America, how we had to impeach Clinton or wreck democracy, how George W. Bush's economic wisdom should not be challenged, how it's great to cut taxes while having two wars off the books.
Yep.
Anyone who disagrees with anything Bush did to question their patriotism, and this is what Sean does, as well as picking up Mr. Murdoch's dry cleaning and making sure Rupert Murdoch's lattes don't have too much foam. And, this has been his job, and now he realizes he's losing ground to Megyn Kelly. Half his staff is sending resumes to her show, and the guy's desperate, and Sean Hannity found this bigoted criminal welfare queen cheat and thought this guy could be some good PR for him, and it's really a pleasure to see meanness eating itself on our airwaves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Don Fugelsang. If you'd like to see that live, and who wouldn't? Chicago Theater
I
this
am
Saturday.
grateful, by the way, for Cliven Bundy, because it actually allows Sean Hannity to do a whole segment without screaming the word Benghazi. And that's
No, he'll find out a way to work Benghazi into it.
he'll
I guarantee that.
Their whole
He's
message is
exactly like
undocumented
Benghazi.
people are criminals who don't respect our laws, and ranchers who reject the government and abuse federal land are just hard workers seeking a better life.
There you go. Trademark Fox News. John Fugelsang, will I see you tomorrow as well as a Saturday in Chicago?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be calling in to you guys tomorrow morning, and then I'm flying out after the Ed Show tomorrow evening, and I can't wait. The Chicago Theater is one of the most terrific venues in America.
Yep.
It's going to be a crazy show with all new material. Jim and Chris there. Carlos Alazraki's hilarious. And anybody in the Midwest had better have a good excuse for not getting in their damn cars and coming to Chicago Saturday night.
For the big one. Thank you, sweetness. Talk to you tomorrow.
See you soon.
There he goes. The Fugelsang in 1. 47 minutes after the hour, right back on the Stephanie Miller Show.
That I didn't have before. That's a really hard thing to say. Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's not going to work to try and take it away.
Speaking of southern states, people in Georgia better hope that they embrace Obamacare, because you're very likely to get shot now in Georgia. I mean, this did you see about this new gun law? This is incredible. You can have a gun virtually.
The new one?
Oh, you can have a gun anywhere now, right?
Churches,
bars,
airport common areas,
schools. Where else? Government buildings, courtrooms, even those with no security. Isn't that nice?
Lovely.
Yeah. I mean, it's anyway. All right. Washington Post, the headline is they signed up for Obamacare, now how to keep them enrolled. So this is, first of all, like all these memes, first of all, when we announced how many people had signed up, they were like, oh, wait, they haven't paid yet, right? So I'm reading in this article, so far 80 to 90% of people signing up to the exchanges have paid, right? Their first month's premium and completed enrollment, according to accounts from insurers and state-run exchanges. But so is that going to be the next meme about, how many people are going to stay in the system, or what?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that'll come up, right? How many people have paid, but how many people are continuing to pay? And there's a couple of things to keep in mind here, is that, I've got a personal experience focus group of one, but, my insurance company just arbitrarily stopped withdrawing and then sent me a note and said, if you haven't paid by 10 days ago, we're stopping your coverage a month from now.
In a lie, Russia has, in fact, obviously one of the most pervasive systems for state surveillance.
Really?
But that assumes Putin or Russia cares about such untruths in the same way America or its leaders do. Trapping Putin in a lie is not the same as trapping, I know, it's like a former KGB guy. I mean, it's not the same as trapping Obama or so, I mean, it's anyway, that's